All right, here's our review worksheet 2. Question number 1. What is this asking you to do?
Divide.
Divide. But I have somewhat
Negative.
negative exponents. What do you do with negative exponents?
Bring them up.
Change them. So in other words, this problem is 18x to the 4th, y to the 7th over 4, divided by 21y to the 1st over 16x to the 5th. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
All right, now let's start to state our restrictions. What can't we have in the denominator? X can't be 0, so that's one of our restrictions. Now, do we divide?
No.
No, what do we do?
Flip and multiply.
So what cancels? 4 goes into 16 4 times. I could take a 3 out of these, and I could take this 1y out of here. So this is y to the 6th. So what's your final answer? 6 times 4 is 24, and a 7 in the bottom. How many x's are left? 9 on top, and 6 y's on the top. That's it. Done. Oh, by the way, we forgot to state our restriction here. Once you flip this fraction,
Y is 0.
y can't be 0 either. Seven. Number 2. We have to factor this. What factors? I'm going to do these on top like this. What is this factor to be right here? Take out a what?
2x.
And you're left with x plus 3, correct? How about this fraction right here? Take out a
3.
And here take out a
4.
4. And this one, this ugly thing, we're going to leave to the last. What am I doing right now? Rewriting it so x squared is in front. Then what am I going to do?
We have the negative both signs.
And can you, oops, can you factor that? Minus 12. Minus 12.
I'm sorry, it's minus 12.
Huh?
Nothing.
Now how do you factor this?
X plus 6, x minus 2.
Okay, so what you have here, I'm going to grab a little sheet of paper here. Actually, I'll just write it here. You have 2x, x plus 3 on top. On the bottom, you have negative 1, and then x plus 6, x minus 2. And you're going to divide 3, x plus 3, and then 4, x minus 2. Is everybody with me? Can you state the restrictions right now? X can't be what and what? It can't be 2 and negative 6. Okay, now what are we going to do? We are going to flip. Can we add any more restrictions on here? Bless you.
X can't be negative 3.
Yep, and negative 3. We're going to add that onto our list. Okay, so what cancels?
X plus 3
And x minus 2. Anything else?
You can take out a negative 1 out of 4.
Huh?
You should take a negative 1 out of 4.
Take a negative 1.
Out of 4.
What do you mean by take a negative 1 out? I don't know what you mean by that. What's left is what's left. You have 2x times 4, which is what? 8x. And on the bottom, you're going to have negative 3, and then x plus 6. Done. Amanda Van der Linder. Amanda Van
How can we do it? I can turn the one way.
Yeah. Okay, how do you do this next one? Factor. Factor everything. This does not factor. How does this factor right here? 3x minus 2y and 3x plus 2y. And then this bottom. And I suspect the reason why you guys struggled with this test is the factoring. That's my guess. How do you factor this one?
Maybe 2x minus x.
Oops, I forgot the y. The y here. So what cancels? Those,
X minus 2y.
those, and what's left?
Before you cancel?
Huh?
Can you just flip it before you cancel?
No, this is a multiplication.
Oh, okay.
Multiplication, you don't flip. So what's left?
Yeah.
Question for you. Can I cancel these x's out? This is what I heard all day yesterday. Can I cancel these x's out? Can I cancel these y's out? The answer is a big no. Why? Because this is attached. This is a whole 3x plus 2y. This is stuck together. So is this. Do not separate them. Okay? Next. Look at this for a second. What are they asking you to do?
Divide. Or
Yes, this is a division. And then what's this?
You can really multiply out all three.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke. How do you do this then? You got it.
You take x squared plus 10x plus 25 over 24x multiplied by x plus 5 over 6x.
You're gonna multiply by what?
6x.
6x over.
Yeah, you have to flip.
That's right.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Now let's factor the daylights out of this. What do you factor? What does this factor to be?
X plus 5, x plus 5.
What does this bottom factor? X minus 5, x plus 5. Okay, what cancels now?
24x and 6x.
Brett, what did you say?
6x and 24x.
What do you get?
4.
4. What else?
All the x plus 5.
Both of these and these two. So these two cancel and these two cancel. Is there anything else?
To 12 and
4
4.
and 12.
4 goes into 12 how many times?
3.
3. So your answer is 3 over x minus 5. Questions? Okay, next. Number 5. You had one on your test yesterday like this. So what do I first want to do?
Factor.
Factor what?
Dx squared minus 49 to x minus 7 x plus 7.
I also want to do something with this minus sign. Can I do that? Okay. Can I also turn this into negative x plus 7? And what am I going to factor out of this? A negative 1, so you have x minus 7. These two are the same thing. Which, this is now that. So what can I do with this little negative 1 here? Bring it up on top. So what you have here is really 5x over x minus 7, x plus 7, plus, this is now gonna be a positive 7 over x minus 7. What's your common denominator now? So what am I gonna multiply this by right here? And I'm doing it in blue, x plus 7. Are you with me? Okay, next, what do I do?
You get to the 7 in
I'm gonna distribute this right here. So you have 5x plus 7x plus 49 all over x minus 7, x plus 7. What else? What do? Add like terms, which is? Now, if there was something I could factor in the top and try to cancel, I would, but there's nothing I can do. So that's my final answer. Questions? Is it getting any better?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Number 6, what are they asking you to do in this problem? Add and subtract. So would anybody have a problem with me doing this? No? Okay, good. So now what are we doing, Kelly? We're adding, right? What is your common denominator? And I bet you I could just, not even, without even paying close attention, I bet you it's gonna be what?
x plus 2, x plus 1.
And it is. This factors to be x plus 2 and x plus 5. So if we were to add these up, these 3 fractions up, what's our common denominator? X plus 2, x plus 5. X plus 2, x plus 5. X plus 2, x plus 5. So my job is to turn these all into x plus 2, x plus 5 in the denominator. So this top one is, this third fraction is, it's done. So what do I need to multiply 3x by and negative 3x here? What's missing here and here? X plus 5. And what's this piece missing? Yep. Okay, what do you do next? Distribute. You want to combine all this to be one numerator. So what do you have here? 3x squared
plus
15x minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 18. All over
x plus 2, x plus
okay, what cancels?
3x squared.
Mm-hmm. What do you have?
9x plus 18.
9x, because 15x minus 6x is 9x, plus 18. Want to try something else? Our goal is to simplify this as much as possible. Can you take something out of here? Uh-huh. What do you get when you take a 9 out?
9x plus 2.
What's left?
It's 9 over x plus 1.
You have the privilege of canceling those out. What's your final answer? 9 over x plus 5. What is number 7 called? Complex fraction. Why is it a complex fraction? Because it's complicated, right? It's just complicated. It's a fraction over a fraction. So, you have to get a common denominator here. What's the common denominator?
X squared.
So what are you going to multiply both of these by? X. So in other words, this top is really 3x minus 12 over x squared. That's the top. This bottom, what's the common denominator?
X squared.
So you want to multiply this by x and this by x. So you get 6x plus 30 over x squared. You can start to do them in your head. Now, what do? This is the part where you flip
Flip and multiply.
and multiply. So you have 3x minus 12 over x squared times what?
X squared over 6x plus 40.
Okay, what? What do I do?
That's not x.
Good job. Can I do anything else?
Yeah.
What? How do you simplify them? You first have to factor a 3 out of here. You have to factor a 6 out of here. And now what cancels?
You get 3 over 6.
Yep, and what do you get?
X minus 4 over 2 times x plus 5.
Yep, and leave it. Leave it just like that. Okay, this is a crazy one, and I believe this was the bonus one. The bonus one was this one, right? Wasn't this one the bonus one? Okay, what are they asking you to do? What's that right there? How would you handle that part right there?
3 over x plus 1 times x minus 1 over 5.
You're gonna flip and multiply, right? And there's really nothing you can do there. Okay, now let's look at the other side. We're gonna add, we're gonna flip you have 3x minus 9 over x squared plus 4x plus 3. So what can I do with that? What can I do with this? Factor what? Factor what?
Factor out of 3 for the top.
Factor out of 3 on top. What else? Factor the bottom. What cancels? Because it's a product, we can cancel. Do you have anything to cancel? Those are gone, and this x plus 3 is gone. So what do you have here? 3 over x plus 1. That's what that fraction is. So this whole fraction is really 3 over x plus 1. This fraction is 3 times x minus 1 over 5 times x plus 1. Can you tell me what the common denominator is here?
5x plus 1.
Yeah, so what do I need to do to add these two together?
Multiply.
I need to multiply this by 5 and this by 5. So this is 3x minus 3 plus 15 over 5 times x plus 1, which is 3x plus 12 . You could take a 3 out, but you're not going to have anything exciting. Bless you. There's nothing you can do with that. Questions? Anybody have any questions so far? Okay, the last 3 are solving equations. When you have 2 fractions set equal to each other, 2 fractions, you can do what to solve them?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So in other words, 2x plus 5 times x minus 3 equals x times x minus 7. Okay, what would you do next? Distribute, FOIL, 2x squared minus 6x plus 5x minus 15. And that's how fast you guys should be doing this. You should be like multiplying them quickly, factoring them quickly. There was only 18 questions or 17 questions on this test. There was no reason why it should have taken an hour to do that test.
We didn't finish.
Yeah.
Huh?
None of us finished it.
I know. And what is that telling you?
Maybe that like people got different answers and you're trying to figure out which one is right.
Okay. good. I'll take that. What do you do on this problem now? You want to combine like terms. What's the largest degree in this problem? It's a 2. So what do we do when we have an x squared in the problem? You want to get a 0 on one side. So you have x squared. This is going to give you negative 1x. And now I'm going to add 7x. Now, unfortunately, this is not factorable. You're not crazy.
Wait, where did you get
These two add up to be negative 1x, okay? And then I added 7x to negative 1x to get 6x. I brought everything to one side. Now, if you try to factor this, you're not going to see it. It's not factorable. I don't know what two numbers multiplied to give you negative 15 that add to be 6. So this is an example of one that you would use. I would use the graphing calculator, either one. Actually, I'm going to, I'm going to take this out really quick, and I'm going to graph it and show you that you get x squared here plus 6x minus 15. Now what you should do is the quadratic formula, but those are your two answers right there. To get these two answers, hit second calc 0, and it's somewhere over there, so I'm going to say negative 9. So the first answer is negative 7.9, I'm going to say. That's one answer. And how do you get this answer right here? I'm going to go second calc, do 0 again. And it's between 0, enter, and 5. And that answer is about 1.9. So, those two answers are decimal answers, and the reason they are is because this is not factorable. So if you didn't want to use a calculator, how would you solve this one? That's one way. You could use, I would complete the square on this one. Add 15, take half that, square both sides, add it, factor it. But your answer is going to look like an exact answer. These are estimated. I used a calculator. Okay, but I didn't put one of those on your test. They were all factorable. Number 10. What should you do on this? How about if I do this? What did I just do?
Addition.
Needed an addition problem. What's another important step?
Common factor, denominator.
What? Brett?
Common denominator,
What about the denominator?
make it common.
You're going to factor this to get x plus 4. Can you tell me what I could use to get rid of all of these? I want to get rid of my denominators. So what product will get rid of x plus 4, x, and x plus 4? You're going to multiply x plus 4. This by x plus 4. And this by x plus 4. Why? Because I want to get rid of these denominators. And that's what at least I need to get rid of all those denominators. I don't want to deal with fractions anymore. So can you tell me what's left has to be put together? What do I have on top here? If I cancel these two out, what's left? 2x squared. If I cancel these two out, what's left? Minus 3x
Minus 1.
minus
12.
12. And can you tell me what's left here? Next, Bring everything to one side. So what do you have here? 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. How do you factor this? Give you a second.
2x minus 1x plus 4. Plus 4.
Is he right? He is. What are my two answers? What are my two possible answers? 1/2 and, can I have both of these answers in my solution?
No.
Why not?
Because you can't have a negative 4 on the in the
Good job.
denominator.
So that's your only answer. What do we call this answer?
Extraneous.
Extraneous. So, the object of these solving equations, one, is get rid of the denominator. I was watching you guys yesterday get a common denominator, and you guys were getting really, you're making it harder than what you should. Don't make it that hard. Last one, and then I'll let you guys work. Can you tell me on this one, what is your common, what's the factor that's gonna get rid of all these denominators?
3x, x plus 8.
What is it, Shemaya?
3x, x plus 8.
3x, x plus 3. 3x, x plus 3. 3x, x plus 3. So let's start crossing out. What do you get rid of here? These x's, so you have 9 times x plus 3. What cancels here?
X plus 3.
So what's left?
3 times 3.
6x. And what's left here?
X plus 3.
Okay, so now what? What else? 9x, 27. What else? 15x. What else? Subtract x, subtract 27, and divide by 14. Unfortunately, this is an ugly answer. You're going to divide these both by 2, negative 12 sevenths.
Lindsay McCauley was wondering if you had her rec letter.
I will after lunch.
All right, I'll let her know. Thank you.
Okay. That's your answer. Okay, Brett, turn that off, please. Thank you.